Hello everyone, welcome to this video and welcome to my channel. I'm Ryan and today we are here with another tutorial in Adobe Illustrator. Today we want to know how to use drop shadow in Illustrator. As you know, it's very common to using this drop shadow in Photoshop, but it might be so hard for someone to find it in Illustrator. So I should say that it's very easy, so just follow these steps. First I'm going to try it for a text. For example, here I have a text. The first step is to just go to the effect. Under the Illustrator effects, there is a stylize, and you can find the drop shadow easily. So click on it, and here there is a shadow applied to your text. But let's see what are the options of this effect. So the first one is just a mode, and if you're familiar with the Photoshop drop shadow, you will be completely able to find the mode you want. So click on it, and you can see there is a normal, multiply, and other options here that in this case you want to use a normal one. So you can just try all of them, and they are somehow understandable by their name. So if you have any question from any of them, just tell me in the comment section below, because it will be so hard to explain every one of them in this video because of the time. So let's see the opacity here. It's clear that it will change the brightness or somehow the opacity of this shadow. And if you look at a text, and I'm gonna decrease this to, for example, 20, what will happen? You can see that all of these shadows became lighter, and if I change it to 100%, which is the maximum, you can see that they are completely dark, and also it has its own usage. So let's go to the next one. You can see that there is an X and Y offset, and both of them will change the position of your shadow. So let me test one of them. Here we have an X offset, which means that this shadow is 7 pixels to the right. And if I change it and put it on 0, you can see that there are no X offset for this. And if I start decreasing it again, you can see that it will get left more and more. So let's change the other one. Here we have Y offset, that you can also change it. If you decrease it, it will rise up, and if you increase your number, you'll see that it will be more like a shadow and will come down. So let's test it. I'm gonna increase this number, and you'll see the shadow are coming down. So let me turn this back to some place. For example, here we have 7, and also the other one is just a blur. So the blur, you can guess what is this. It will blur the shadow, and if I increase this blur, the shadow will be spread and will be blurred. So another option is here, color. You can change the color of your shadow. For example, here I can change it to red, and it will be changed. And I'm gonna click on OK. Okay, let's go for our shape here. I'm just clicking on it and going to effect. Under the stylize, you can find the drop shadow, and clicking on it, you can also change all of these. And also there is another thing. For example, in the past one you've used the color, but here we want to use the darkness. Okay, so what is this darkness? For example, here we have a shape with a color. So if we check this darkness, it will use the color of our shape, which here is somehow orange or red. So if I change this darkness to, for example, 10%, you will see that our shadow will be more similar to red. I'm gonna change it to 10, and then you'll see that this color has been changed. And by this darkness, you can use the color of your shape as a shadow. So I'm gonna use the darkness for this shape and clicking on OK. So let's go for this picture. Here I'm gonna use the same drop shadow for this. Going to effect, under the stylize, you can find the drop shadow. Clicking on it, I'm gonna use color for this. Definitely the black color. Okay, it's done. I'm clicking on OK. And you can see it makes it really beautiful, and it makes the picture more realistic, because it seems that there is a light and our photo is somehow detached from our artwork. So that it has lots of usage in our works, and it was a really vital problem for anyone who's coming from Photoshop to Illustrator. So I hope you found it useful. Don't forget to subscribe and like this button, and if you have any question from any part of this video or other videos, just comment in the comment section below and I'll be glad to answer it. Thank you for watching again.